Et salut, on est reparti pour du Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. Déploiement de combat. Est-ce qu'il faut toujours du monde en mission?
Develop, please. Select a mission. Unit dispatched.
Et
Unit dispatched.
cassette, j'ai plein de cassettes. Quoi ça? Plein de cassettes que j'ai pas écoutées. Voilà, Mother Base.
DD makes a pretty good partner, huh, boss? Too early to say. Yeah? Just seeing him come back makes me real proud. What breed is he? He's not a husky. You're right. Siberian Husky is a cross between a Spitz-type dog and a wolf. I think DD might have some wolf blood in him, too. He isn't just smart. He's also shown remarkable judgment. If he doesn't do what you want him to, he's just doing what he thinks is right in the situation. And he's steady under fire. Remember, he's no lapdog, but learn his strengths, and you'll understand each other soon enough. You'll make one hell of a team. Ocelot, why'd you take it upon yourself to train him? Why? Yeah. When's the last time you heard a wildcat raising a dog? I have an eye for him. I knew at first glance he'd make the right partner for you. Huh. And I figured it was about time he got out into the world. So you passed him off on me? There, you see? I knew you liked him. I don't know about that yet. I still think he's trying to figure me out, too. I'll spend some more time with him. You'll see how helpful he can be. What about you? I prefer to work alone. Ocelots don't hunt in packs. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I'm glad you like him. DD's really taken to you, too. And to going on your walks. Don't be shy about taking him with you in the future. I'll think about it.
Ah, j'ai oublié ici. Ici, j'ai des trucs à faire maintenant.
Specify project.
Bon, c'est pas grave. Hop. Ah, c'est là. Non, c'est pas là.
It wasn't just Cypher. Back in the Caribbean, every eye in the world was turned on us. A private army, just a bunch of guys with guns, in possession of a nuke? Why wouldn't they be uncomfortable?
And that's why you made sure the inspection happened.
Well, I thought our best move was to prove to the UN through the IAEA that we had no nuke. Of course, I was against us having it in the first place, but that was Snake's decision.
The boss wasn't responsible.
Well, don't get me wrong, I still believed in Snake. I thought I was making the best decision for all of us, that's all. I figured we should get a third party to exonerate us before proof of the nuke did get out. And who better to do that than an organization with international authority?
So the truth is, you took it upon yourself to agree to an inspection arranged by the UN. Only the inspection was a ruse, and Cypher's strike force, XOF, showed up instead.
I had no idea that would happen.
Enough bullshit!
Oh, sure, like I could have known. You know, I was just trying to prove our innocence to the world. What's wrong with that?
We're not interested in the excuses you thought up. The truth is objective.
Just see it from my point of view.
You led XOF to the control tower. They seized it, giving them complete control over the base. Moments later, they detonated C4 on the strut legs. Anyone who'd managed to survive was hunted down by the assault force and their choppers.
You can't believe I did that on purpose.
That was the end of Mother Base. But it wasn't the end for you.
How can you... Look, think about it. I lost something too. I built Zeke and it got buried underwater. I am a victim.
That raises the big questions. Why were you the only one spared? You got away without a scratch. Why did Strangelove leave the base on the eve of the inspection? You two were close.
Strangelove?
And how did you manage to build something that surpasses Zeke in every way? Because you did everything they told you. You're the only one who didn't lose a thing. That is the truth.
I was taken away against my will. Skullface forced me to do his research these past 9 years. He used me. I lost 9 years.
9 years. We all lost 9 years. It wasn't just you.
I suppose blaming me makes you feel better, does it? But who is gonna give me back all the time I lost?
You're not getting anything back. You're not a victim here, Emmerich. You're the perpetrator.
I didn't know anything.
Nobody can back that up. Yeah, all the evidence is at the bottom of the ocean. You know the hardest man to break. The type who's fooling himself. That takes time. It's easier to live a convenient lie than a painful truth. Is that the piece you've chosen, Doc?
I'm not lying.
Of course. Just let me check one or two things. On that day, you were in the control tower with them. Lucky you. That's how you got out unscathed. And you escaped on one of their choppers. Only you, right before the base went under.
They had me blindfolded the whole time. I've never been so scared. The whole flight, I thought they'd kill me. But thinking of you kept me going. My comrades, all the way.
And?
There was a plane journey, and then we traveled by road. When they finally took off the blindfold, I was in kind of a warehouse, on the floor. Afghanistan, it was that research lab. I couldn't believe they'd taken me halfway around the world. And soon enough, he came.
Skullface.
He's the one who's really behind that Mother Base attack. He forced me into that research.
What kind of research?
He told me to build a bipedal walking tank for the Soviet Union. Like Peace Walker. A system that could fire an ICBM-class nuclear weapon. That's how the Sahelanthropus project got started.
Sahelanthropus.
Those AI weapons I'd made in Costa Rica were like toys by comparison. A whole world apart from reptilian four-legged crawling and that ridiculous hunched-over bipedal waddling. My design evolved to the dawn of mankind. Sahelanthropus, the first steps towards humanity. An upright bipedal weapon system. Originally, Sahelanthropus was going to be a manned weapons platform. I designed a cockpit in its head, and I planned to fill it with water as a buffering agent.
Like how Paz modified Zeke for human control.
Don't compare me to some amateur. I designed it for human control from the beginning. The problem was miniaturizing the posture control AI. You remember the reptile pod?
The AI that controlled your unmanned weapons.
Attaching it externally makes it vulnerable, so this time I wanted it beneath the armor. Meaning I had to make the AI smaller. I got it down to less than a tenth the size without any loss in computation speed. But it was still too big for the cockpit. There wasn't enough room for the pilot. If I made the head bigger, its body would have to be bigger to support it. Too big to be practical. In the end, human piloting was taken off the table. I tested a remote control system too, but there was the time lag and I wasn't satisfied with its precision either. Plus, it would be useless if the enemy jammed it. So next, I went back to trying an AI-only system. To do that, I had the AI pods recovered from Nicaragua. This was a hybrid AI, a combination of Peace Walker's reptile and mammal pods. The only AIs that had ever successfully operated an unmanned nuclear weapon system.
Really? You'd need some help to get that working. Expert help.
Did you work with someone?
I worked alone.
You did that yourself?
That's the thing. The AI didn't pan out in the end either. But I did finally get Sahelanthropus walking by folding over its upper body to lower its center of gravity. The first upright bipedal locomotive weapon system in the history of mankind. I guess technically it falls into the anthropoid ape category.
I don't see the benefit of having it stand taller.
On terrain with significant differences in elevation like Afghanistan, you need a body that's vertically adaptable. That also lets it attack from long range while using mountain ridges for cover. So, making it walk upright was the most important factor in giving it superior height capability. As the name suggests, that was the whole point of Sahelanthropus. But I was being pushed for results. Having the AI mounted externally would have been the fastest way to get it working. I just needed more data so it could maintain its balance. But Skullface refused to wait. He dismissed the idea of AI control and took Sahelanthropus away from me before I could finish it.
But it was walking when it came after you.
That's just it. I don't understand how Skullface got it to move upright, without a pilot or an AI. And walking at that speed, too. It's beyond anything I could have imagined. This is like the Wright brothers making it to the moon. I'm just as clueless as you are.
So this Sahelanthropus, where is it now?
I have no idea. All my experiments took place at that cave. I've never seen it anywhere else. Besides, it's still just an incomplete prototype at this point, and nothing but a paper tiger. Even if it can walk, it's far from being a viable weapons platform. It wouldn't be useful in actual battle.
Emmerich will remain here at Mother Base for now, but not as a member of Diamond Dogs. I still don't trust him. That work for you?
Fine by me. He can't be allowed any contact with staff either.
Yeah. A lot of the guys would love some payback for 9 years ago. We still need him alive. But we have to restrict his movements. He can only go where we tell him. And of course, the interrogations will continue. He worked for that skull bastard for nearly a decade. He still has more to tell us.
How long are we gonna press him?
If our investigation shows he really had nothing to do with the attack, we'll reconsider his place here. But I don't expect that to happen. Remember that water tank-shaped object in Emmerich's lab in the Soviet base camp? The thing that started talking to you like a possessed answering machine. That was a pod built for housing the AI used to control unmanned weapons. You remember, back in '74 in Costa Rica. It was in those machines you fought there. They were designated Pupa, Chrysalis, Cocoon, and Basilisk, and each of them was fitted with an AI unit called a reptile pod. Emmerich created it. It mainly handled the machine's posture control and autonomous behavior. But the Basilisk, aka Peace Walker, also featured a second AI pod. That one was called the Mammal Pod, and it was created by Dr. Strangelove. She tried to recreate the boss's personality through the Mammal Pod, but you pulled out its memory boards. That's when it transferred its own functions to its reptile pod. Just like a human brain compensating for damage by using the remaining healthy parts. The result was a unique entity, a hybrid of the reptile and the mammal. It sank to the bottom of Lake Nicaragua with Peace Walker. But apparently they salvaged it and transported it to that lab. Don't let it deceive you, Snake. It may sound like the boss, but it has neither a personality nor a will. Like Emmerich says, it's just a machine.
Ever since the attack on your unit 9 years ago, the name Big Boss has become known the world over. What do you mean? Those of your men who survived traveled far and wide. They fought throughout the world. In fact, they're part of the reason we have all these PFs now. Every one of them suffered their own phantom pain from losing you. Talking about you wherever they went helped to heal their wounds. Your actions and words, your legend, has been told on every battlefield they've set foot on. Obviously, as the tales have spread, the truth's been distorted, painted over. Big Boss sacrificed himself to show us the threat that Cypher poses. He sounded a warning, so it goes. A warning? Too much power destroys the hands that hold it. Apparently, you chose to be a living example of that. I never said any of that. The moment any truth is passed on, it starts turning into fiction. The problem is, fiction inspires people more than facts. To the world, you're now the legendary mercenary Big Boss. The lessons you've taught the PFs are the reason they're so widespread. They're the reason they've survived. And you know what they all aspire to? To one day go nuclear, just like you did, and stand up to Cypher. Of all the stupid things you could do, they'll never understand what you really wanted. Heroes are misunderstood. It takes a man of the same caliber to understand what drives them. Bottom line is, these guys want to be like their hero, Big Boss. And deep down, they all have their eyes on nuclear weapons. They say that a nuke is the only means of standing against Cypher. But these days, it's becoming little more than a slogan to rally the troops and survive in a cutthroat business.
Currently, there are 3 major PFs who've expanded into Central Africa. CFA, Rogue Coyote, and Zero Risk Security. HEC's investigations have shown there's almost no overlap between their areas of operation. It's not so much a turf war, more like they have a gentleman's agreement. If you do cross paths with them, you probably won't have to face more than one at a time. Still, don't expect a walk in the park. The CFA, Contract Forces of Africa. These guys are a major player. Their head office is in Pretoria, South Africa. That's also where the South African Defense Force is headquartered. We think the two are closely connected. An HEC investigation revealed that most of the CFA's operators are former SADF soldiers. South Africa has been locked in struggles with neighboring regimes for years. That means constant action. And we know better than anyone that's the best kind of training. A company drawing its recruits from hardened military vets. You can bet they know how to handle themselves. Do not underestimate them. Within the CFA is a company of soldiers made up mainly of locally hired operators. They speak Afrikaans to communicate with personnel from the CFA. But if you notice any speaking the local language, that's them. Though hired from the local population, they were originally part of a paramilitary group, so they'll have plenty of combat experience. And unlike their days shooting junkyard rifles out of beat-up pickup trucks, the CFA now supplies them with the latest gear from the West. On top of that, they've been combat trained by the South African Army. All that adds up to a much stronger fighting force. So don't brush them off. Look at the Angola-Zaire border region. These bank of the Munene River in particular. It's a microcosm of a problem that stretches all across Africa. There's a civil war going on in Angola fought between the government MPLA and the Western-backed UNITA. Zaire is still a dictatorship under President Mobutu, but numerous uprisings have broken out in its remote regions. With all the trouble elsewhere keeping their hands full, neither government has control over their side of the border. They depend on militias and PFs, as do the rebels. Government forces, guerrillas, militants, groups of all shapes and sizes hawk whatever resources they can to hire PFs. Conflict brings PFs. PFs expand the war zone, and more conflicts erupt in a continuous chain reaction. Sounds like our kind of work. Mother Base could grow by leaps and bounds.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
Alors, au niveau de l'équipement, on est pas mal.
Deploying. Mission list updated.
Je me rends compte que j'ai oublié de faire une chose.
Marker placed. Development complete. Development complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Il y a certains dans des talents là. On va prendre ça avec des talents.
Caution, sandstorm approaching.
Talk.
The map has been updated. Guard post captured. The map has been updated.
Lui il avait un talent.
You gotta extract him. He's coming too. Roger that.
On n'y voit rien là-dedans.
Extraction arrived at another base. Enemy weather will clear shortly. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Good.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
T'as une bonne vision toi, hein? Je crois que c'est mon chien qui s'est fait capter.
Крыс пошел! Ау! С тобой все в порядке?
Petite extraction, tout se passe comme prévu. Ah, il faut que j'en interroge un. Merde, j'arrête de les tuer.
Analysis complete. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
C'est bon, j'ai trouvé mon prisonnier. Oh, attends. Ah, bougez pas, alignez-vous. Alignez-le selon. Je pense que selon l'angle où je suis, je pense que je peux les déquiller en un coup. Ouais, c'est le bon angle, mais. Arrête de bouger, toi. Là.
Это Зоя 2. Мы под обстрелом. Противник не обнаружен. Прием. Это КП. Понял. Внимание всем постам. Противники где-то прячутся. Найти их. Конец связи.
That's the target.
КП, это Зоя 4. Мы осмотрели сектор, ничего не
You
нашли.
have arrived at your destination.
Прием. Это КП. Понял. Будьте бдительны.
Your side-op list updated.
Okay, subject is in.
Plant expansion complete. Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Marker placed. Marker placed. Marker placed.
Et alors, 2000. C'est pas une voiture. Ah si, il y avait une Jeep, mais elle était de l'autre côté. On va chercher la Jeep. Ah mais avec qu'une seule roquette ça me servira à rien. Je veux bien le temps que je vais essayer d'arriver discrètement pour... Elle est où la Jeep? C'est par là?
Outpost captured. The map has been updated.
1300 mais... Qui est là? Ça date, j'en ai déjà. Ah, faut pas avoir qui va en bas. Cette fois.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Je crois qu'il a tué son pote. pour toucher la Jeep.
You have arrived at your destination.
Enfin, pour le 2100, il est plus près.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Всех боевым группам! Это кафе! Слышно, приготовиться к бою!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Обнаружили зону раздевания, атакуем! Штаб, это кафе. Подразделился огонь. Открыли огонь в ответ.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Прием.
Caution. Sandstorm approaching.
Oh, sympa. Je suis passé en Jeep, hein.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Weather will clear shortly. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
That's the target.
Complete. Analysis complete. sun will rise momentarily.
Normalement, je les ai sédatés. Ça va pas être immédiat, mais...
Кыс, пошел!
Vous voulez pas dormir un peu?
It won't heal on its own.
Oups.
Hey, quit kidding around. Snake?
Ah, c'est les deux pécos ensemble.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Enemy presence analysis
That's the target.
analysis complete.
Ah mais ils sont moins bien attends. Alors s'ils sont moins bien.
You have arrived at your destination.
Charge pas mes mines.
Sun will rise momentarily.
Ils veulent pas venir. Bon, bah. Ils vont faire péter mes mines, c'est con.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Открыть огонь! Черт! Граната! Черт!
Psyops list updated. Guard post captured. Development project has been added.
Faut casser les pieds. Alors. Normalement la mission qui reste, je crois que c'est une mission de minage donc.
arrived at Mother Base.
Prochaine de droite.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Et là je reste sur cette route. Non, non, ma voiture.
Guard post captured.
Bah, elle est déminée. Hein. Ah mon dieu! Ah mon dieu!
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Complete.
Ils ont cassé ma voiture! Oh les barbares! Merde, c'est pas la route là.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Merde, regardez plus où j'allais. Est-ce que c'est vraiment une bonne idée d'aller sur une opération de déminage en jeep à fond? On manque une. Allez, par là, par là. Ah oui. Et
You
là.
have arrived at your destination. Side ops list updated. Weather will clear shortly. Please select a mission.
Please select the mission.
Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched. Please select. Support
Roger.
helicopter requested.
Ah merde, c'est plus loin que ce que je pensais. Bon, repéré.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Good. You captured it alive.
Development project has been added.
Est-ce que je peux faire évoluer des parties de la base? Non. Donc de ressources.
Please specify a project.
Oh, je peux améliorer le chien. Oh, je peux aussi améliorer le cheval. Je peux améliorer aussi le cheval. Et comme ça, je peux améliorer des trucs.
Please specify a project.
Attends, mais est-ce que moi, dans les armes, je pourrais pas des
Please
nouveaux trucs?
specify a project.
Si je vise... Ouais. Je vois tout. Un plus de sous. Un plus de sous. Ah si, je peux améliorer le cigare.
Please specify a project. Please select a mission.
De nouveau 11. Ah, éliminer l'unité blindée numéro 2. Mais avant de faire ça, on va faire.
Please select a landing heading to Mother Base. Mission not accepted. Please select a landing heading to Mother Base.
Petite douche.
Sign will set shortly.
Let us know if you need supplies, boss.
Ça prendra à critiquer le chien. Ah merde. J'ai loupé 3 pécores. Ah, ils les ont planqués où?
Thank you for letting me join Diamond Box. I'll give you everything I've got.
Side ops list updated.
Là, c'était pas toi qui parlais mal du chien. Je me suis culpé du chien.
Good dog.
Un peu. Le sabrier, ça brille.
Boss, I'm ready for dispatch. Send me on a mission. Boss, we really...
C'est la caféine, ça, il voulait pas dormir.
Roger.
Weather surveillance indicates turbulence out there. Try not to get knocked out of the sky. Got it.
Quiet? Where does she think she's going?
You want to head out with the boss?
That'll be the day.
I don't see a problem with it, so long as she's with you. She's a crack shot, damn fine scout. Well suited for a clandestine op. Which is more than I can say for the others.
There's nothing damn fine about this... thing.
Here,
Hey,
blades.
wait a minute, that thing costs a lot of money.
She can see each individual blade. And her depth perception.
Want in? This is ridiculous. She doesn't talk. How could you possibly stay in communication?
Right. I like working solo anyway.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Alors apparemment j'ai de nouvelles cassettes. Alors sur Wyatt.
Boss, Glad still hasn't made any moves. It's got me thinking. What? If you took her on a mission, she might break her silence. You want to let her out? Sure. Make her no different to the others. Everyone you pick up works for themselves, right? But her... I say work with her. See what happens. I wouldn't ask this of anyone but you. On missions, I'll make sure we have someone observing from a distance, and she won't be allowed access to all of the base. As for Miller, Well, sometimes it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. The best part is, hiding is her specialty. If no one sees her leave the base, the staff will be none the wiser.
And if she gets away?
If that happens, you'll have to take care of her. But I have faith in you, boss. I think Quiet sees something new.
Staff assigned.
It's a big risk.
But it's for the good of all of us. And besides,
Please
you can't deny her
specify
talent.
project.
Her unique skills and abilities would give you a hell of an edge out there.
I'll think it over.
Please specify
Il
a
me dit que j'ai
project.
quelque chose de nouveau ici. Il me
Please
dit ça,
specify a
j'ai rien.
project.
Hop.
How long are we gonna keep that woman here?
You mean Quiet?
My personal feelings aside, she's putting everybody on edge.
Please select a
You should hear the
machine.
stories. I got sick from just standing guard at her cell. I won't stand on the same platform as that witch. She hit me for no reason.
What is this, a private army or a kindergarten?
The thing is, they're all serious. They're faced with something they don't understand, and a kind of mass hysteria has broken out. I've gotten wind of countless plots to take her out.
There are no
You
grounds for this
decide.
suspicion whatsoever. Put yourself in her shoes, assuming they see her as a prisoner here. No, even more so, if they do, she deserves to be treated humanely. I always thought our men were a bit more noble-minded, but... Look, I understand this is a stressful line of work, but to make her the scapegoat...
You've got it wrong. Quiet? She's with Cypher. We have men that lost their buddies to her organization.
You could say that about more than just her. Plenty of the men used to fight for another side, but they've all put that aside to work for the boss.
Cypher is different. And if you ask me, the boss is the biggest problem. Why is he protecting her? Some of the guys are starting to suspect him of... I don't agree with keeping her here either.
So what's your move? Throw her out? Kill her? She's our ticket to Cypher, and her physical abilities are outstanding. We could use someone like her.
Don't make me sick.
Her marksmanship, speed, stealth capabilities for a start. Then, there are the other things we've learned. Quiet appears to be able to use both eyes as master eyes simultaneously. That lets her track targets of different focal lengths at once. While looking through the scope with one eye, she can look for new targets with the other. That's why she doesn't need a spotter. She can operate alone, no matter the circumstances.
See, I told you she's a freak. No one would be able to control her.
No, there's one person who could.
Hey, you trying to get the boss killed?
Well, why don't we talk to him? See if he's willing to take her along.
I don't like this.
It's his decision to make. The two of them might even make a good team.
Please select a landing zone. Heading to Afghanistan.
Alors, sélectionner l'équipement. Ah, ce look.
Deploying. The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Ah, ouais, c'est bon.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis
That's the target.
Analysis
Voilà.
complete. Development complete. Analysis complete. Side ops list updated. Development complete. Development complete. Clouds approaching.
Good. Good dog.
Alors, rappelle les coups.
Roger.
Please select a mission.
Ça marche. Pourquoi ça marche pas? Est-ce que ça se recharge ou... Ouais, c'est ça. Ah non, j'en ai que deux. Et ensuite... C'est ça.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
Guard
This is
post
B-Quad.
captured.
On station at LZ. Gaining altitude. Departing.
Good. You captured it alive.
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a mission.
C'est pas fini. Là j'ai plus le
Please select a
secondaire.
mission.
Allez.
Mission accepted.
Allons chercher Malak. Il peut marquer que je peux le personnaliser maintenant? Peut-être pas ici.
Deploying.
Your mission is to rescue a prisoner being held at Lamar Khatib Palace. He's known as Malak, Angel to his fellow Mujahideen. Start by checking the target's VI on your iDroid. The Soviets captured him and took him to the ruins of the palace. His family was subsequently killed in an airstrike on his village. The Soviet scorched earth operation wiped it off the map. The client is none other than his father. Or rather, this was his father's dying wish. If you can manage manage to rescue other prisoners as well. Each one will add a bonus to our pay. When you see them, I'm sure your conscience will tell you what to do.
The map has been updated.
Be careful down there, boss.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated.
Ouais, 80. Et concentré sur la capture du vautour.
Enemy
Malahate
presence
Palace.
detected.
The
The map
target should be somewhere at that outpost.
Ah.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Oh, lui il a un talent quand même. Hein. Non, c'est quoi cette spécialité?
Analysis complete. 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 Extraction arrived at Mother Base. The map has been
Le truc
updated.
c'est qu'il faut pas que je le loupe parce que si je le loupe, ça va faire chtonk. Je viens pas en haut.
Boss, get down. The enemy sniper. Stay low and crawl along the ground. That should enable you to sneak past enemies.
Капитан, на зоне 10. Где атаковали? Мы не видно врага. Прием. Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выключи врага. Конец связи.
Je sais pas pourquoi ils sont mis là d'un coup. Ah, mon dieu, on est attaqué. Peut-être parce que l'autre il est tombé en fait. non. Oh, il se barre avec ma croix.
You have arrived at your destination. Enemy presence detected. The map has been analysis complete.
Капет, Дмитрий-1. Никаких признаков врага. Открываем поиск. Прием. Это КП, понял. Не расслабляйтесь. Они еще могут быть рядом. Конец связи. КП, это 2-4! На нас напали! Это противник! Прием! Это КП, понял. Будьте начеку. Выкройте врага. Конец связи.
Outpost captured. The map has been updated.
Non mais c'est un rat ça. Bon. Ah non, peut-être pas. Pivotez.
Analysis complete.
The prisoner you extracted knew where the target is. The target Malak was sent to a different outpost. I've sent the information to your map screen. You're gonna need more information to pinpoint a location.
C'est dans les étages.
Map has
Putain,
been
comment je monte?
updated.
Prendre la cassette. Deuxième étage. passé à côté de lui en fait. Ah oui, je suis passé à côté.
Supplies requested. Mother base is now in the red. Extraction arrived at Mother base. Supply drop complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete.
Je le vois pas.
Guard post captured.
Oh.
He's coming too. Roger that.
Extraction arrived at Mother base.
Il est par là. Hein. Fissure, fissure, fissure. On peut faire péter les ponts.
Weather will clear shortly. Development complete.
C'est là-bas, alors on va y voir.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Analysis complete. Analysis complete. The map has been updated.
S'ils étaient pas dégueux, hein. Ah. Allez, on s'embarque.
You gotta extract him.
Detected. The map has been updated.
Yaha Oku Supply Outpost. It's within the target's predicted field of movement, but it's heavily guarded. You sure you want to go in on just a hunch?
Boum, 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 boum.
Analysis complete.
J'ai déjà venu faire des bêtises par ici, donc je sais comment passer. Non, non, on rentre là-dedans. Je suis à l'endroit nickel pour faire le ménage. Là, si j'en abats un seul, ça va foutre le bordel. Ils sont trop près les uns des autres.
Enemy presence detected. The map has been updated. Caution, storm approaching.
Regardez-vous, mais
Analysis complete.
pas des cons.
Analysis complete.
Il y a l'alarme d'un coup. Ah oui, c'est l'alarme parfaite. Nice.
There, that's the target. Badly wounded. We can rule out a full extraction. We'll just have to do it by chopper. Call the chopper from your iDroid boss, then carry the target to it.
The map has been updated.
On va le remettre dans la voiture là.
Boss, you're just leaving the target.
Oui, il craint rien, il n'y a plus personne.
Will clear shortly. Support helicopter requested.
Ni vu, ni connu.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal.
Support helicopter has arrived.
This is B-Quad. There's an obstruction at the LZ preventing me from landing. Request immediate removal.
Ah ça va, je le vire. La Jeep qui gêne.
Target extracted. Exfiltrate the hot zone, boss.
Gaining altitude.
Mission input has been detected. The map has been updated.
Departing.
Exfiltrated.
That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work. Boss, that target you extracted, Malik, is saying that he's never heard of our client. What's more, he says his village was destroyed long before he was ever taken prisoner. Apparently it fell victim to some sort of disease, then was completely burned to the ground. Malik was out on a mission at the time, and that's the reason why he alone survived. But the question is, who hired us to find him? According to Malik, he saw strange soldiers snooping around the village when he got back. Turns out they were members of Cypher's strike force, XOF. My theory is they wanted to get their hands on Malik to question or silence him before the Soviets could get to him. Cypher was just using us to cover things up. All that crap about Malik's relative was a front to convince us to retrieve him. But an entire colony just wiped off the map. It sounds a lot like the Hamid during the Honeybee incident. All I know, boss, is there's no way in hell I'm handing Malik over to Cypher. I've decided to bring him back to Mother Base instead. He's one of us now. We told the client through a cutout that the target was killed. For some reason, though, they still paid us everything we were owed. Cypher's obviously up to something, and this is probably just another preemptive cleanup operation to them. But to Malik, he lost his village, his family, everything, and he wants his revenge. In other words, he's one of us. Good. You captured it alive.
Side ops list updated. Staff assigned. Staff assigned. Development project has been added.
Aha.
Commencing platform construction.
Est-ce que je peux encore améliorer l'hélico?
Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please specify a project. Please select a mission. Unit dispatched. Unit dispatched.
Ah, une nouvelle secondaire. Alors, nouveau prisonnier à extraire. Éliminer l'infanterie lourde. Éliminer blindé.
Please select a mission. Please select a land heading to Mother Base.
On va vous embêter un peu. arriver à la base avant moi.
No, Dee, stop! Snake.
Sorry. Guess I've been away a while.
Don't be such a stranger. It's a bad example for the men. And he gets pretty lonely, too. Dee, come!
Allez. Je vais me retourner à l'hélico. J'ai...
Roger. This is B-Quad. We're arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
Pas eu d'animation particulière.
Gaining altitude.
Donc là j'ai envoyé tout le monde.
Please select a mission.
Là.
Staff assigned.
Là. C'est là que je voulais aller voir. Personnaliser. Coéquipier. Ah, je peux personnaliser. Couleur. Environnement de la base. Ah oui mais c'est celui-là. Il est déjà fait. L'hélicoptère je... Et je vais faire une petite pause. Et un retour à Mozambique. Et je reprendrai un peu après, un peu plus tard. Sur ce, à plus.